Another Simple Favor is full of massive twists and turns, which steadily unravel in a wild climax. Another Simple Favor reintroduces audiences to Stephanie Smothers and her best frenemy Emily Nelson. A Simple Favor was a clever millennial mom-centric take on a Hitchcock thriller, with Another Simple Favor expanding the scope by bringing the pair back together in Capri, Italy. Having been released from prison thanks to her wealthy fiancé Dante, Emily makes sure Stephanie attends their upcoming wedding by leaving enough lingering questions to catch her attention. What follows is a series of murders, a secret sibling, and plenty of mishaps as Stephanie tries to avoid being blamed for any number of schemes and deaths. It all builds to a darkly hilarious ending for Another Simple Favor's characters that leaves the door open for Stephanie, Emily, and everyone else in their orbit to return for future stories. Here is how Another Simple Favor's ending builds off the first film and sets up further sequels. Charity's survival twist in Another Simple Favor explained. Charity has been alive all along, raised by Emily's dangerous aunt, Blake Lively, in a hat in Another Simple Favor. One of the biggest twists in Prime Video's Another Simple Favor is the revelation that Hope and Faith's long-believed dead triplet, Charity, is actually alive and has become an accomplice in their Aunt Linda's schemes. It's revealed that decades prior, when Margaret McLandon gave birth to triplet girls, she believed her sister Linda when she claimed one of them had died in childbirth. In reality, Linda took the third child to raise as her own, while Hope and Faith grew up in an abusive household, leading them to burn down their home and kill their father. As revealed in the prior film, Charity's situation was even more dire. Raised by Linda as a tool for her schemes rather than as her own person, the now creepily detached and effortlessly ruthless Charity replaces Emily and tries to follow through on Linda's schemes. However, her deep love for Emily, which goes beyond sibling affection, proves to be the true wildcard in the film's climax. Emily's full history and romance with Dante explained. Emily and Dante weren't actually in love, but did care about one another. Another Simple Favor Movie 1. Emily's romance with Dante is at the heart of Another Simple Favor, as his family's powerful lawyers can ensure her freedom from prison. Bringing Stephanie to her wedding with Dante, Emily reveals that she met him in her youth while traveling abroad. Hoping to stay hidden from any suspicions about the death of her father, Emily moved to Italy and grew close to Dante. When the press took notice, she fled without warning. Dante only learned what happened to her after her arrest became international news, and she quickly sprang into action. The full truth about their relationship isn't revealed until after Dante's death, when Emily reveals that Dante wasn't actually romantically interested in her. In reality, Dante was in love with Matteo Bartolo, the son of a rival crime family. By marrying Dante, Emily would afford him the appearance of heterosexuality to the more conservative corners of the mafia, all while ensuring peace between the families and even allowing Dante and Matteo to reconcile their romance. Linda's real plan for Charity, Emily and Stephanie. Linda believes she can manipulate the mafia. Another Simple Favor Movie 6. Initially, Linda's arrival on the scene for the wedding is a cause for alarm for Emily. As she eventually reveals to Stephanie, Emily was actually surprised to learn just how much of a scam artist her aunt really was. Linda's first plan was to try and blackmail Emily into handing over a portion of her newfound wealth on a monthly basis so Linda could retire in style. As things begin to unravel at the wedding, though, and Emily resists the plan, Linda shifts to her backup scheme and has Charity replace Emily at the wedding before killing Dante. Although Dante's family hates Emily, Linda plans to placate them with the new, more respectful version of her by kidnapping Emily and replacing her with Charity. Linda and Charity then work to frame Stephanie for the murders of Sean, Dante, and even Agent Irene Walker, either getting her arrested by the authorities or killed by the mafia. The biggest hiccup in the plan comes when Emily breaks free to save Stephanie, leading to a confrontation between the four women over the cliffs of the island. Why Charity kills Linda and agrees to pose as Emily in prison. Charity's love for her sister ends up saving Stephanie and Emily. Another Simple Favor Movie 5. During the climactic confrontation of Another Simple Favor, Linda and Charity reveal the full scope of their plans and initially seem poised to kill Stephanie and Emily to complete Charity's replacement of the latter. However, Charity truly does love Emily, albeit in her own twisted way. She claims that she's connected to her on a deep level and refuses to let Linda kill her. In the ensuing scuffle, Charity uses the gun to wound Linda and then push her off the side of the cliff, killing her in a pretty gruesome way. Although Charity has to be talked down from killing Stephanie, she ultimately relents after Emily shares a kiss with her, and gives Stephanie a chance to disarm her. Because of her love for Emily, Charity agrees to take the blame for all the murders she committed and returns to prison as Emily. It's a wild turn of events, but one that gives the climax a tidy resolution for returning Emily to prison, dealing with the danger of Charity, and allowing the real Emily to remain a free woman. Emily's new mafia role with Dante's family explained. Emily's new job could take her around the world. Another Simple Favor Movie 3. Another Simple Favor ends with Emily free from the authorities and seemingly at peace with the mafia family that had openly despised her only days earlier. Portia Versano, Dante's mother, acknowledges Emily as part of the family and agrees to keep her freedom a secret. On top of implying that she knows the truth about Charity's identity, Portia also hangs an implied death threat over Emily's head, seemingly keeping her aware of the dangerous people she is now within the orbit of. However, Portia believes that Emily can be of some service, and the film ends with Portia asking her to meet her new familial responsibilities by handing a small favor for her. The implication is that Portia has effectively recruited Emily as one of her agents in the mafia, a clever chameleon whom Portia has a certain level of leverage over. It also sets up plenty of potential directions for Emily, which is an exciting development given the character's flexibility and versatility. Why Stephanie gets custody of Nikki after Sean's death. Stephanie is taking care of Nikki in her final scene in Another Simple Favor. Stephanie and Emily drink together in Another Simple Favor. One of the most surprising elements of the ending of Another Simple Favor is the status of Stephanie and Emily's son, Nikki. Following the deaths of Sean and Emily's mother Margaret, it seems there's no one around to watch over Nikki now that Emily has been sent to prison. However, due to their established connection, it seems that Emily and Sean were able to make Stephanie a legal guardian for